On this episode of The Blitz, I'm going to give you a quick recap of Super Wildcard Weekend and how I picked almost every game right. Them damn Cowboys. We'll talk about the Chiefs-Jaguars divisional matchup, plus why the Chiefs might need to get it back in blood. Chiefs Kingdom, mount up.
Shut up, Brian.
Chiefs Kingdom, this is your big homie Brian B. Shining, host of the Morning Grind on Hot 103 Jams. Emmy winner too. Got to throw that up in there. Super Wildcard Weekend was riveting to me. Look at the picks, bro. They look astonishing. I had no doubt that the Niners was going to wipe out the Seahawks in that first game. The Jaguars, Trevor Lawrence, coming back from 27-0. Man's threw what? 3 interceptions in the first quarter. I think he threw 4 the whole game. But the guts on Trevor Lawrence and Doug Peterson, I knew that the Chargers was going to fumble it somehow. The Bills-Dolphins game was real dicey. I didn't expect the Dolphins to play that well. I don't know, man. I think Buffalo might be right for the picking. I think, the Giants beating the Vikings, I think that was probably my surest pick. If I had like a best bet, the Giants going into Minnesota was I knew Minnesota was fraudulent. I didn't expect the Ravens to play that well against the Bengals either. I thought Tyler Huntley played decent. And of course, the big turnover, it switched things around. The Ravens wasn't going to come back from that, no matter what. That just juices up an entire stadium, an entire fan base. And it's crazy because you can feel the energy. If you ever been to a playoff game and with a momentum shifting play like that, that's going to be one of the plays we remember in NFL history from Wildcard Weekend. And then Monday, I was perfect headed into Monday Night Football with the Bucs and the Cowboys. I thought the Cowboys had a chance because the defense is legit. It's just that Dak has been turning the ball over. He ain't been looking good. You see how they look against Washington last week? But they went into Tampa Bay, monkey stomped them. The pressure is way too much for, a quarterback that stands in the pocket, let alone a 45-year-old Tom Brady, and he looked awful. He looked his age last night. He didn't want to get hit. Clearly, anybody could see that. Mans was throwing the ball like Uncle Rico, dog. I don't want to get hit either. Who does? But in a game of football in this day and age, if you feel that way, you got to get up out of the pocket. Tom Brady is not able to do that anymore. It's not even that Tom Brady was mobile back in the day, but Tom Brady could slither. He could maneuver, and he had great footwork. He's an old man now. And so the Cowboys put the pressure on the Bucs. They couldn't handle it. It was curtains from the time that Brady threw that red zone interception when they were only down 6-0. From that point on, it was curtains, dog. Katie barred the door. It's over now. Quoteth 112. But still, I would say an outstanding Super Wildcard Weekend for my picks. Let's go back in the time machine and let's go to November. Week 10 in the National Football League. The cute little Jacksonville Jaguars, by the way, they are number 5 on my uniforms ranking in the National Football League. I love the Jaguars uniforms. I love the ones they had before, but these are better, simpler, cleaner. That's why they're the cute Jaguars. They visited Arrowhead Stadium, and we're going to take a look at some things. The Chiefs won 27-17, but how did it get there? Well, first, they had an onside kick to start the damn game. Y'all remember this? Seriously? Okay, Doug Peterson. And Doug Peterson, he rolls the dice. A disciple of Andy Reid, by the way. So that's not out of his nature to do that, but still a surprise nonetheless. They got the onside kick, didn't do nothing with it. And this was Kadarius Toney's second game. And I thought he was decent for the time that he was here with 2 carries, 33 yards. Also, he had 4 catches for 57 yards. I thought he looked good. And I also want to highlight Patrick Mahomes' stat. The man was nearly flawless. That one blemish of an interception. They make the stat sheet look so ugly, huh? But who cares about numbers? We care about the alphabets, getting a W. But the efficiency is there, 26 of 35, 331 yards. You got to love the 4 touchdowns. And look at Jerick McKinnon. He was starting to get rolling at this point. 6 catches for 56 yards. The offense was really clicking this game as Patrick really spread the ball around. No, the Jaguars got a trash, garbage time, fourth quarter touchdown to Christian Kirk. And also, Pacheco fumbled in the Chiefs' opening drive in the red zone. So, man, my point is this game could have been a lot worse, as you just don't look at the stat sheet, look at the score, and be like, oh, yeah, that was a close game. But you really got to dive in and look at the details to see that the Chiefs kind of dominated this game, to be honest with you. I mean, look at the Jaguars stats. There's nothing to write home about with that. I thought ETN played a good game. Christian Kirk, he had 2 touchdowns, but Trevor Lawrence was under duress for most of the game as the D-line really got off. I was trying to do the Pooh Shiesty Back in Blood beat, but
Come on, man.
just hum it to yourself in your head and you'll see why we doing this. As you'll see Cisco from the Jaguars lays this hit out on Juju Smith-Schuster, which really knocked him out for a couple weeks with a concussion. Do I have a problem with that hit? I don't know. Not necessarily. I think sometimes, on the field, things happen like that. As long as, to me, where your intentions are. Are you trying to send a message? Are you trying to hurt somebody? What you trying to do? But then as the game proceeded, you can see that he did it again. This time to MVS. Now, do I have a problem with that hit? Maybe a little more. If I'm on the team, I might be a little emotional after that hit, man, because of the fact that look how he got up. He got up, and like he's styling on us. And it's really a good football play because he hit him with the shoulder. It was. But man, I really want to lay somebody out if I'm on the O-line, or I got to get my lick back, dog. That's why the Chiefs got to get it back in blood this Saturday on NBC at Arrowhead at 3:30, man. Of course, the video of Andre Cisco is spreading all throughout social media, so the players are on it. They see it. They talking about it in the locker room. Come on now. Let's be real here. And Patrick Mahomes is on a mission. This man is trying to get back to the bowl. He's got something to prove. Tyreek Hill is already out of the playoffs. The man that many folks said that when he leaves, Patrick won't be the same. The Chiefs won't be good. And here we are. I think the Chiefs are going to make a statement this Saturday against these Jaguars. But they're probably going to have to do it without McCole Hardman, as who we don't know what's going on. Abdomen, pelvis, nobody knows at this point. But from my man Aaron Ladd right here from KSHB 41, it might be a done situation with McCole in Kansas City, period. As it stands right now, the Chiefs are 8.5-point favorites. I'm feeling frisky. I think the Chiefs cover that. I really do. Hey, yo, subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit me on all social platforms at Brian B. Shining. And go to bshining.com for all the latest updates on me, including mixes, beats, and my show, The Morning Grind on Hot 103 Jams. It has been a pleasure, and I cannot wait for the divisional round to crack off. The most exciting weekend of football. Praying that you have a great rest of your week. Big blessings are on the way. God's love.
Shut up, Brian.